Hello, ANSHU-Sharma here. Welcome to you and my love to you. Today's topic is ego and self-respect. A lot of people remain confused between the two, ego and self-respect. Ego is associated with I. Ego is fear. Ego is false identification. Ego attaches to people and other material possessions. Idea of detachment brings fear in such people. That is why we say ego is equal to fear. In order to understand ego, it is important to understand the difference between self-respect and ego. When we are in self-respect, then we feel stable, we feel happy, and we feel good. There are less thoughts in our mind. In self-respect, we say, I accept myself as I am. I have self-dignity. If anyone calls me anything or calls me by any name, I don't get angry. I don't get upset because I know who am I and I feel full within. When we are in ego, then our mind is clouded with thoughts, and these thoughts make you go up and down in emotions, and you feel unstable, unhappy, and miserable. We feel disturbed by emotions such as anger, fear, hurt, and other negative emotions. Ego and fear go together, whereas self-respect and humility go together. In ego, there is a feeling of proving self-worth. There are doubts, confusions, and insecurities. We react and we feel insulted. Ego leads to disagreements, clashes, fights, and even wars. If we do not give self-respect to ourselves, then we seek peace, happiness, respect, and love from outside. In this case, we feel helpless and we lose energy. Our inner and our outer stability also goes down. When our energy goes down, we feel like a victim. We feel like a beggar, dependent on others to give us something that we lack. Chain of negative emotions start, taking us further down. While in the case of giving self-respect to ourselves by taking self-responsibility and doing something that makes us feel good, we relinquish the desire to look for it outside. This is giving respect to self. We not only feel good and comfortable in ourselves, but also with people around us. And people around us also feel good and comfortable in our presence. Gaining self-respect doesn't come easy. It needs practice. Practice is required in order to pay attention constantly, in order to distinguish between self-respect and ego. If we forget, we come into identification with the roles we are playing. such as we start saying, I'm a father, I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I know more, I'm older. When we say like that, we are in ego identification. We are identifying with our roles. Instead of remembering and feeling, I'm a self-governed, sovereign being, a pure soul, we start recognizing and identifying ourselves through various roles and labels. Labels and roles create expectations. And if our expectations are not met, then pain and sufferings come in. Ego takes us into an entire different energy and dimension. We attract more of such energies then. Stresses, tension, worry, and anxieties come in. And our productivity also goes down. Result, what we obtain are less. Even after working hard, what we get is less. Fears and insecurities also come in. We feel tired and loss of energy and loss of self-confidence. We feel and become lazy. We constantly feel I have worked hard and the result I got was not in line or according to my expectations, and the result which I received was not as per my expectations and was not enough. We also feel depleted and feel like acquiring more material and physical things from outside. Our desires also keep increasing. In spite of achieving outside achievements, an inner feeling and a sense of accomplishment, contention, and satisfaction doesn't come. That is why it is important to recognize and come out of ego identifications. Soul is the sum total of our energies. Soul has to feel powerful in order to give powerful vibrations to the body. This is actually a true success when we feel powerful within as a human being. As we become more knowledgeable in recognizing ego, we come out of ego identification. It is a study, a knowledge we need to acquire before we start recognizing the working of ego within. Our outside desires, expectations, validations, approvals, and appreciations also decrease. We come out of a rat race when we get out of ego identification. When we are stable and when we are in self-respect, our behavior doesn't change from people to people. Our energy does not drain. We connect to the person and not to their roles, position, or what they have acquired. We come in our self-respect and we project the same self-respect outside to people. To us, people, everyone remains the same, even children, and we project and give them equal respect. We give equal respect to the material world and also to plants and animals. We retain our dignity and we do not allow it to drain, as per people, as their roles, relationships and various positions in life. When we do that, when we acquire self-respect, there is a major shift in our consciousness. We cease to play in role consciousness. We neither feel small nor bigger than anyone. We connect person to person. We develop self-dignity and self-pride. If someone scratches us wrong way, we may act responsibly because the action is required. Sometimes we have to act in our self-protection. We do act if the action is required, but we do not get affected. We do not get upset or react. In self-respect, we neither under nor overvalue ourselves. We are not hungry for name, fame, validation or recognition. We play and accept our part, and we play it happily. We give self-worth and self-value to ourselves. We know our strengths and specialities, and we also know our weaknesses. We develop patience and a learning attitude. Our vibrations change and we attract similar people who are also stable, pure and loving. Our consciousness changes from body consciousness to soul consciousness. We start choking energies. We become energy conscious. It is important to recognize egos working within and enhance our positive sides. How to recognize egos working within is our next topic. Thanks for listening. Till we meet again, lots of love and light. Bye.